Welcome to Virtual Tarot!
Welcome, Aquarius. I'm sitting this way in your honor because this is how all my Aquarian friends sit. Just like this.
No way!
Oh yeah, wait. This is how they sit.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Not mine.
No?
Mm-mm.
Well, mine do.
No.
They're all very there. You know, they make a statement.
Maybe that's
by their presence.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so
all right.
Welcome to Virtual Tarot.
Oh yes, I'm Ava.
I'm Trudy. And welcome to Winter Solstice. And as you've noticed, we're in the intro dancing around in our Yule tool.
Yule tools. I know.
Ava loves tools, so we have Yule tool.
I do love tools.
And we invite you to join us at the end of this video to click below and enjoy the Winter Solstice Ritual that Ava actually put together for us last night.
Mm-hmm. Lots of fun.
It was lots of fun.
Very interesting. And we have a whole mini tutorial about it. And by watching it, you can actually learn how to perform a ritual pagan or
NAPAG, because we say it backwards to
yes.
reverse the negativity that the term has picked up.
Mm-hmm.
NAPAG!
NAPAG ceremonies.
So anyway, Ava and I obviously are friends, and we have a secret way of communicating, so we'll try not to communicate secretly, but we'll communicate to you on camera.
We try not to speak over each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we try, but you know, if we're going to give different interpretations of the card, well, that's just how it is. It will help you to learn
more about the card. But we do that less and less.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, anywho, let's talk a little bit about what we do here at Virtual Tarot. What we do at Virtual Tarot is a 4-card spread every month, and we read for every sign every month. And also, as we read, we teach you the meanings of the cards via parable, allegory, and sometimes YouTube clips. Mm-hmm. Because we want you to understand the tarot, and we want to take it into the modern girl, woman's life world, give it relevance, and so that you can become enriched by this wonderful tool.
Absolutely. Every woman should have a deck of tarot cards in her purse that she can rely upon.
So that's what we do, and so let's talk a little bit about the 4-card spread. The first card represents
the overall tone of the environment for you for the month of December.
The second card represents challenges for you, Aquarius.
Mm-hmm. And the third card is the unexpected.
And the fourth card represents the outcome, and then we'll talk about the entire reading between the two of us, and then, you know, we'll proceed from there.
Exactly. So let's do our little recap.
Last month, the overall environment card was temperance, not surprising. Because
art. Yeah. Aesthetics, patience, finding inner balance. This is the card of alchemy, bringing together all the elements and creating a balanced outcome.
And you know, I also want to speak to that because most of our Aquarian friends love to decorate, so alchemy is perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this house and I'm going to turn it into a mansion or
a palace.
Yeah.
They have enormously exquisite taste.
Yes, they do.
They do. And they love a regal environment.
Yes, they do.
So whatever means they have, whatever their financial level, they use that to create the kind of ambiance in which they can feel their royalness.
Yeah, because life is a stage, and everyone who's not an Aquarian is merely a player.
That's right. That's right. So in the second position in their challenge was the 7 of Cups upright.
Right. So it's just basically trying to focus
on what you want. Do you want this? Do you want that? What is it that you want? What do you want more than you want the other thing?
Do you want to paint? Do you want to decorate?
Right.
I mean, even if this is about, you know, it is about your art.
Right.
And balance.
And
so if
choosing
it's
a
about
project.
that, choosing a project.
And devoting yourself to it. So your challenge is the multiplicity of options you have to choose the one that means the most to you emotionally.
Right, that will give you the most fulfillment from it.
Unexpectedly. The 5 of Pentacles comes up. You've got some sort of money drain.
Yes, and it's unexpected that you feel sort of impoverishment, the sense of impoverishment.
And all that's relative.
It's perception.
It's perception, because even multimillionaires can feel that they don't have enough.
But then again, you know, there is such a thing as the starving artist.
Yes, there is that.
You know, so if you're a young Aquarian and you're trying to create a beautiful environment for yourself, you may have a bit of that sensibility about you. Many Aquarians are beautiful artists.
They are.
Young, old, it doesn't matter. They're artistic.
Or their life is their art.
Yes.
Their very life is their art. And they try to make it beautiful.
Yes. So you may feel like, you know, you would like to create, you know, it's easier to create more art, more beautiful art when the paint is, you know, many colors, right? You have a larger palette to choose from.
But at the end, they have the star upright.
There you go. That's who Aquarius is.
They are the star at the end of the month.
Nothing else to be said
There's
about
nothing
that.
else to be said, so let's just move right into the reading.
It's a beautiful reading from last month.
Oh yes, quite a beautiful reading.
Quite a beautiful reading. Pisces gets the star a lot.
They do.
And so does Aquarius.
Let's see what they get this time.
First card representing the overall environment of the month. Last overall environment of the month card for the year of 2015.
You've got some worries.
It is the 9 of Swords.
But these worries are not, they're not necessarily tied to real things. They're imagined.
Right.
They can be imagined. But nonetheless, you enter the month, something's troubling you, worrying you.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever that may be.
Right. Well, it's really, this card is about a sense of impending doom.
Doom, yes.
And it's not as if the doom
actually happens.
Yeah, it's just this concern. That
you're worried about something.
It's a sort of Damocles.
Yes.
Which
sort
we
of
talk
Damocles,
about. Yeah.
Suspended by a
horsehair. Yeah, you
right
get to sit in the driver's seat as long as you're willing. And that is really the story of the sword of Damocles.
Right.
If you want to be king or queen, you also have to sit underneath this sense of impending doom, you know. So it's sort of like it's like you give up your sense of security in order to be queen for a day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or not your sense of security, but it's like there's this like nagging sort of fear.
Right, but whenever
or stress.
You're given much, you're also given a great deal of responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that could be a possibility as well.
But for some reason it's stressing you out.
It's stressing you. So you feel you enter the month a little stressed.
But you're still queen.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And then we have the Page of Pentacles.
In the position of challenge, we have the Page of
All right,
Pentacles.
so this means that the Page of Pentacles is again an apprentice. Somebody is just learning something learning to do something on a very material level. Like, I don't know, it could be like plumber, like a
plumber. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Some trade.
Some trade.
Okay.
And your challenge is to either learn a new trade or bring in someone who has these skills.
A tradesman.
A tradesman.
Right.
And
interesting.
Yes.
I've never really heard you go into that before.
Yeah.
Well, and also it could be a child. Your challenge could be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, which, come on, you're an Aquarius. So this is a very grounded child who probably doesn't like the fact that you're maybe not as, I don't know.
Yes, conscious of level-headed.
Like earthy.
Yeah, like you're not level-headed enough.
Yeah.
So they're a challenge to you.
Yeah, you're not grounded enough for them.
Yeah.
That could be a girl or boy.
It could be a girl or a
But
boy.
it could also, your challenge could be, it's also messaging, and pages are always
about,
can
practical things.
represent a message.
Yeah, but on a very practical level.
Yeah.
About practical things.
Yeah, so maybe there's some sort of, messaging that has come to you that requires you to be practical.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're not saying all Aquarians are non-practical.
No, many of them are very practical.
Very, very practical.
They can do everything.
Yes, they can.
On a everyday level.
They certainly
really
can. But sometimes if you're going to be queen, you have to deal with other people's issues.
Right.
And maybe you have to deal with somebody who's sort of immature, who you have to do the practical things for this immature person. I mean, and that's another option. They're not attending to what is practical, so guess who gets to do it? Because you're queen. That's your responsibility.
Let's see what else happens. Oh my. Hippy dippy.
Oh, that's such an Aquarius card.
Unexpectedly, you become a hippie.
Man, every time we read
I don't care about it all. I'm just going to tie-dye my shirts, lay around in my hammock, sip my mint julep, and let the world go by. Like that.
Just sort of like,
let go of it all. You handle it. You take care of it all. And or
flipping people off. That's what it makes me think of.
Or unexpectedly, it's a marriage that might not happen.
That's true, but can I go back to flipping people off?
Yes.
Because that's really what this card reminds me of. How many Aquarians do you know who just want to flip people off? They're like, you should do it like this, and they're like,
right.
You guys are the queens of the middle finger.
Right. You know how to tell them, this is not what I want. So it's really doing something in your own way.
Right.
And or delay in if there's marriage, or you're trying to enter into a school. There's a bit of delay and difficulty in getting that moving forward unexpectedly.
Yeah. Or if you're in a marriage, it could mean that you're in a non-traditional marriage.
Or yes.
Or you turn that traditional marriage on its ear.
Into a non-traditional one.
Let's move on for the outcome of 2015, and we have?
The Wheel of Fortune reversed.
Yeah!
So.
We gotta get this wheel unstuck.
Yes, we got the wheel stuck.
So what are we gonna do?
So at the end of the month, you just can't, you're trying very much to move the wheel up, but it's just stuck.
So what does that mean? To move into the next evolution?
To move into the next evolution is difficult yet. There's a delay. Another delay. There's an attempt, there's a huge attempt being made. Every element is there for this transition. But they just can't get it moving.
Because it's a practical matter.
Because it might be a practical matter.
Yeah, I know. I just look at this and I see this page of Pentacles, page of Pentacles, and I always see this as the major arcana pentacle. So it's like, your challenge is to, sort of this new practical to grow this.
Right.
And it's just beginning.
Right. So you're trying to institute some sort of traditional order too.
Or you're trying to become maybe even more
traditional.
Practical.
Practical, traditional. But you can't do it.
Right. Or maybe it's even just taking a look at your finances and really getting your head wrapped around it if you've never really done that before.
Right. And consequently, all it means is that you've got all the elements there for you to make that wheel turn, but it isn't ready to turn at the end of the month yet.
Yes.
That's all.
Because
it's really a card that's good no matter if it's reversed or not.
But you're still a student of this, so there's a lot to be learned.
Right. There is.
So however this applies to you, continue to work.
Right.
Because it's only just begun.
Your timing's off. Because it's about timing.
I don't think we're seeing this exactly the same way.
No?
No.
Okay.
What I see right here is that you're becoming a student of practical matters within your life. Because what I see here is this 9, where yes, you're sitting on the throne, but you're suffering greatly for that ability to sit on the throne. So what do we have in the challenge position? It's like, okay, so here we have this beautiful page, okay, he's a student, he's a young, you know, person, naive in the ways of the practical or of the finances, and, you know, living this non-traditional lifestyle, which is, hey, who wants to worry about that? Let somebody else worry about that. I'm just carefree and doing my art. And then what does it take to move this wheel forward?
Well, it takes many things, as you can see surrounding that, the 4 corners. Many elements need to be in place. All the elements, fire, water, air, and earth.
Just as we did in our
yes, all
solstice
those
celebration.
Things, yes, and maybe you should join our solstice celebration to bring together all the elements, because they're not working in harmony.
They're not all there.
They're not all there.
I feel as if you're a student of the earth.
The earth.
The practical.
Right.
At this point, it's just beginning, and that's,
yeah, and you're having a hard time instituting or making this institutional, you know, to make your life have structure.
Okay.
And so, because you're having a difficult time making your life to get that structure in place, you can't move into the next phase. You can't transform.
Right, structure, especially the structure within practical matters.
Yes, absolutely.
Which within the corner of finance, being grounded.
Right.
You know, just
Yes.
things that aren't that sexy, I guess.
Right. Oh gosh, I really do feel that if any of the signs could use a personal reading, this one could.
Yeah.
Because there's so much in here that needs to be
addressed.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and if this is, you know, we read for all the signs every month, and a lot of people will say, you guys are so broad. Well, that's because we're reading for like
1 million people under each category. Globally, and we have to be broad.
Yes, because we're trying to touch each and every one of you.
In the personal readings, we become specific. And we do that through various cards and through your questions and through what you can reveal to us about your concerns.
Because I can see a lot of possibilities here.
Oh, yes.
But it certainly is an Aquarian reading.
Absolutely.
See lots of qualities of Aquarius here. So thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Aquarius.
Please click here if you would like to look at a menu of services for personal readings. Down here you can click if you just want to go to the page and not mess around. Also, we have council cards available down below. You can click there; they pop right up. You know, you can subscribe
and share, please.
And then
really appreciate that.
Yes, and then please join us also for a ritual.
Please. So thank you, Aquarius, and have a wonderful solstice.
That's right.